Hello and welcome back, guys. Uh, and welcome back, everyone. This is my second video. I was looking at the YouTube analytics and I saw a bunch of views. And thank you so much, guys. And please subscribe. I've noticed a lot of people aren't subscribed. Okay, so and off we go with Orange placing on the 5-10-9. I really think that second position's pick. And as first, you have to go 8-4-10. That's just so good. Just because you have the double ore and you have a tiny bit of brick, and the double ore you can probably get double wheat or an wheat sheep spot on the way back. I think blue made the correct pick, 8-4-3, and you really lock fourth position from the ore, which is they as Delighted and Tarikasaurus and all those people saying no ore 7-point score, and I would say that's true, honestly. Red 9-4-3 and 6-5-11. Now that might be okay if they get the wheat port, but if they had started in the 6-5-12, they would have had the free road downwards. Also, pointing the road to the left instead of the right or the top is not very good because you're just connecting roads, and someone will take the 10-9-11 or 10-3-11 or 10-9-2 or whatever. So yeah. So I realized that taking the 10-9-2 might not have been the best option. Please comment below and tell me what you think would be the correct option or if I made the right play. And yeah, I forgot to talk about blue 6-4-11. I just don't think you have enough ore to support all that wheat. I think you can port it. You could have honestly taken the 6-11-12 and just been closer to the wheat and be exposed to one more closer to the wheat port and trade the brick, wood for brick trades. Yeah. And I think orange you have to place on the 10-3-11, I think. Or you can, yeah. There's no other really good spot, okay? Sorry for the weird graphic. It makes it look better, though. Okay, so right now, with the 2 4s rolling, I have 2 ore. And so I traded 1 ore, or I traded a brick for an ore, so I get a city on my first orbit, and orbit is like when all the players have a turn. So the first orbit would be once red has a turn, and now we're on the second orbit once orange starts their turn. So that 10's great. And now, see, they're going down to the wheat port. But yeah. Okay, now I'm trying to get my second city. And wow, 10-9-2. 2 cities off the bat. I think that's great. Honestly. Not trying to compliment myself at all. Okay, but to a city in the first 2 orbits. I mean, I kind of agree with that, but I think it looks like you're racing to the wheat port, so you might want to block red. Okay. So yeah, now I have to get on the 6-2, and once I do that, I can start buying development cards. And that's my path to victory, I think. I can do a classic or wheat sheep, 3 cities, 2 victory points, and largest army. Or I can probably get 2 VPs or army and like settle on the brick, or 3 for 1 port. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, Blue made an aggressive move onto the wheat port and beat Red, which Red's game is really over, I think, by now. And yeah, especially the payoff with the 12 wood rolling immediately after she built on it. Hopefully a 7 doesn't roll, because this looks like a pretty great turn so far. As long as I get a wood, of course. It looks like people don't want to do 3 for 1s. And there's a 4 for 1. And city and settlement on the same turn, putting me at 6 points. Now, blue may have 5 points, but 2 of those are from large army. I think the only way I can lose this game is if 3s and 11s just roll like crazy in 5s. Also, the other thing is if like the robber's on me the whole time and they're a bunch of 7s. And yeah, or blue can just build 3 quick cities, like a bunch of 8s roll, because 8s don't help me as much as they help her. Or she can trade for, or build a city on the 6-4-11 or 8-4-3 and just use the wheat port and get longest road and just absolutely destroy. And they also have a settlement spot, so they'd only have to build 2 cities. So I traded there for 2 development cards, which are wonderful development cards. A VP and a Monopoly helped me greatly in this situation. All I have to do is road, settlement, city, and I win the game. 4 rolls. I could mono wheat and buy stuff, but building of roads okay too. So I build a road and buy a development card, wherein I get a knight, which is slightly useful just because a monopoly only gets me 1 resource and I don't have a super good port, except if there's a bunch of sheeps. And so what I can do is use the knight to free up my production. Yeah. Okay, well, red might actually be at 7, and that might be scary. But yeah, all I need is brick, sheep, and corn wheat, which I produce a lot of, and I have the monopoly. You can see I'm scrolling up to see who has what, but I think I forgot to put hide bank cards on, which makes it super easy for monopolies. And yeah, 2 ore. All I need is 1 more ore and a couple more cards. Yeah. And it looks like I can monopoly something if I need ore or sheep. And Iron robs me. That's super annoying. That 9 didn't roll. But yes, we are super close to winning this game. Thank you guys. So yeah, some tips for this game. Definitely, I mean, cities are great, and cities, you might be tempted to buy a bunch of development cards, but that early city helps you. The earlier you build a city, the more it pays off, because the more resources you get from a city. Because the longer in a game, if you build it on, say, the 20th roll, and the game ends on the 80th roll, that's 60 rolls that you have a city. But if you build it on like the last turn, just because you have the cards and it doesn't win you the game, there's really like no point. Like, you probably should have built it earlier, and then you could have had more resources. Finally, I guess, if if you have a Monopoly, you might want to save it when you have a chance to win the game. Finally, double or REIT is really good because you're unblockable because people can't block your or REIT. Thank you very much, guys and gals and who's ever watching this. Please like and subscribe if you like this. And yeah, please comment your ideas, suggestions, critiques, comments, etc., etc. Bye.